Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and flip through of Llamitas Spanish Curriculum Level 1. I am so excited to review this for you guys, and at some point I do plan on having a Spanish comparison video coming out where I am going to review and flip through multiple Spanish curriculums for you to see which Spanish curriculum you think will work best in your homeschool. So I'm going to flip around the camera and give you guys a look inside. Alright you guys, so this is the box it arrives in. Isn't it lovely? So as you open it up, you get your readers, which I'll show you in a bit, and the curriculum book. Alright, so let's go over the readers first. So you guys get this little book that has phrases and some sentences in Spanish for your child to read throughout the curriculum. And you get the phrases in both Spanish, and then right under it you get them in English. Alright, now for the curriculum book. So as you open it up, you get a welcome/introduction area, and so on the left side of each page is going to be the directions in Spanish, and then on the right side will be the directions in English. And then as you go through it, you're going to get a list of essential items, some additional resources, and information on printing, as well as information on the readers that I just showed you guys. Then you will get a list of the letters your child is going to cover, the syllables, and then scope and sequence, and some core unit vocabulary. And then in the vocabulary, it goes over what each theme of the unit will be. So at the time of filming, this curriculum is $147 for the digital pack, or you can get the digital and printed books for $197. I will have this link down below in case you want to check it out and see if this is something that will work in your homeschool or not. This is geared towards ages 5 to 10 for beginners, and ages 5 to 7 for those who are bilingual or who are native Spanish speakers. And they do offer placement quizzes if you're not quite sure where to place your child. This is a dual language style Spanish curriculum, and in level 1 your child will cover the phonics of Spanish, and this includes practicing the Spanish alphabet and each letter sound that is made. They will also practice consonant and vowel blending, counting syllables, and more. They will also learn literacy, grammar, and writing, which includes 24 short stories with audios, comprehension questions, event sequencing, rhymes, poems, and more. Your child will also be covering math in this curriculum, so they will learn addition and subtraction with numbers 1 to 10, identifying and sorting objects and patterns, and naming 2D shapes and counting to 100. Finally, they will also be learning with music and art. So this includes activities like cutting and coloring to develop their fine motor skills, crafts and recipes, art studies on famous Hispanic artists, and they will also receive 21 Spanish nursery rhymes, as well as vocabulary games and movement activities. So this is a very well planned out curriculum, as you can see. At the beginning of each unit, you will get a list of goals and supplies and additional resources that you can find in your online student portal. And I'll give you guys a walkthrough of the student portal in a bit. Now, the curriculum as a whole is broken up into 12 units by theme. Some of these themes include ocean, farm, safari, jungle, family, fruits and vegetables, community helpers, and more. There are 6 lessons within each unit for a total of 72 lessons, and it's recommended to do 2 to 3 lessons a week, and these will take about 20 to 30 minutes per lesson. These lessons are designed to be open and go, so no parent prep is needed, which is so nice. And they are also scripted in both English and Spanish. So if you are like me and not a native Spanish speaker and need a little extra help, that is a very nice feature to have. Now, as you make your way through the curriculum, you'll find the units repeat their activities and in their new themes. And this is done intentionally to help build your child's confidence as they gain repetition throughout what they're doing. Now, like I mentioned, you can get the printed or the digital version, and I will walk you guys through what your student portal looks like. You can literally print this entire book if you choose to just go with the digital version instead of paying for the books as well. But if you don't have a printer that is great on ink, then it is such a nice option to be able to get the books printed and sent to you. Now, if you do choose the digital version, this textbook does have 300 pages to print, and the reader has another 50 pages. They do, I believe, have it geared to doing double-sided printing, but that's obviously going to be for you to decide what works best for your family. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish flipping through the rest of the book for you guys and then give you a look at the student portal. Alright, you guys, so this is the Spanish 1 curriculum on their site. I just wanted to walk you through real quick where you can go to purchase it. So when you are on their site, it gives you a lot of information on what the curriculum is about, tells you what you will be covering, and then as you go all the way to the bottom, it will give you the price. And so as you can see, it is $147 for the digital version and $197 for the digital and printed. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that you get lifetime access. So you can work at this at your own pace. And one of the nice things is if you have a big family, multiple kids, you can use this over and over for each of your kids. And so once you click enroll now, then it will take you to basically paying for the course. Now I'm going to go into the student portal. Alright, you guys, so this is what your student portal looks like. So it is basically the exact same as the binder. So I'm not going to go super in depth, but I will give you an overview of all of the additional resources that you get. So when you first go in, you get your welcome to the curriculum information sheet. You get some legal and copyright information. You get some information on what is SoundCloud and how to use it. It's basically their host for their audio playlists. And then you get your textbook cover that you can print off. You get all of the readers, and one of the really nice things about the readers is you can choose to print with the translations or without. So remember in the flip through when I was showing you the reader at the very beginning of the flip through, and the sentences and phrases, they all had English translations. Well, you can choose to go in here and print them off without the English translations if you want to give your child a little bit more of a challenge as they grow in their skills of speaking Spanish. Now, you can also click in order to print. So if you ended up purchasing their digital version and you're like, do you know what, I actually really do want the printed binder, maybe it's going to be too much for you to print, you can, I clicked on co-op. Let me go down and click on family. You can click upgrade here, and so you can go ahead and order the printed version for $50 plus $10 in shipping, so it ends up being $59.95. So as you go down, they will also have a FEPI book bundle. FEPI is a book company, and so they have partnered together to expand some of the reading options that you get. They offer some books done in Spanish that you can get your children. It is an optional thing. It's not required, and it is for an additional fee through that company, but you can get your children some books to read in Spanish if you feel the desire to. Now here you can print off an index, which is basically the scope and sequence. keep track of their progress. And then this tab is super cool. So they give you book menus. And so if you go to download, it will give you some additional reading options for your children. And so the really cool thing is that they separate them by theme. So Unit 1 was on ocean. So they give you some readers in Spanish on the ocean. And then these are some beginning reader book or some books for beginners. If you scroll down, there are some Spanish books for intermediate speakers or native speakers, and they continue this with each unit and whatever the theme is, and I think that that is so cool and so fun. Now if I go back, you can go and print off some diplomas. So once your child is completely done with the curriculum, they have multiple different diplomas that you can pick from to print. If your child likes a certain animal, you have many different options on what diploma you can print off, which I think is really fun. Now to go back, if you do purchase just the digital version, you can go right here to print off the lessons. I don't want to click on that tab because they do have a password protecting the lessons, and so I don't just want to give that out. But you can basically print off the lessons. They do recommend printing them off as you go, and they separate them by unit. So the first unit is on ocean, it's lessons 1 to 6, and then they give you some additional resources for each unit, and this is really fun because you can get a Spotify playlist. They give you some craft ideas, you can print off flashcards, and they give you some additional printables, so your child can have some letter copy work to do, some word copy work, some activities, and then at the very bottom they even have a coloring page with a sentence in Spanish. And then that is basically what every unit does. You can print off the units and then go to the additional resources tab. And so there's a lot of loving care and time and effort that went into this curriculum, and I really appreciate the author and how much resources she has given us to work into the curriculum and just make it a well-rounded, fun curriculum to teach your children Spanish. And so once you get through the curriculum and you're all done, if you want to move up to the next curriculum, it kind of gives you a brief overview on what level 2 looks like. Look at that gorgeous artwork, you guys. That is stunning. It is so colorful and beautiful, and man, like that alone sells me on it. Then it gives you some additional information on what they will be covering, and if I continue scrolling down, it even gives you a coupon code for the next level. So that is it. I'm going to go ahead and flip around the camera now. Alright, so that is the end of the review and flip through. I hope that it helped to see inside. Again, I will have this link down below in case you want to check it out and browse their website, see if this is something that would work for you. But this looks absolutely beautiful. A lot of heart and soul went into this curriculum, and this just looks completely amazing. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and I will see you again later. Bye.